Hey everybody, what's going on? Hellmite here, bringing you another video from Grab the Lantern today. It's Tuesday, and the patch notes for patch 7.17 have just been posted, and that means it's time for another patch note rundown. As always, I'll be going through the biggest changes in the patch and letting you know what to look forward to in the coming weeks. Patch 7.17 is going to be a little bit more focused on the esports side of things, as Riot are still trying to set things up for Worlds and make sure it's as balanced and diverse as possible. As such, there are a lot of buffs and nerfs targeted at top tier champions at the moment, trying to reduce the power of some outliers to make sure that other champions have an opportunity to shine. We're going to jump right into things talking about the Caitlyn nerfs. She's still too dominant of a pick due to the mid-game smoothing of ADC itemization. Before, Caitlyn was really strong in lane and then kind of fell off in the mid-game when AD carry itemization wasn't as good. But because it's all been smoothed out in terms of cost and value, Caitlyn never falls off. So she's getting nerfed appropriately in her mid-game strengths. Piltover Peacemaker now deals significantly less damage on pass-through targets it hits, and the Yordle Snaptrap damage was nerfed across the board in both the ratio and in the base damage. So Caitlyn should be doing considerably less damage across the board. Next up is Fiora. She's getting buffed, actually. Last patch, Fiora did have a couple of nerfs reducing the power of her passive movement speed and the movement speed she gained from her ultimate. But as it turns out, that hit her a little too hard, and she just struggles to actually duel the people she should be good at dueling. So Riot are comfortable with giving her a little bit of power back. Fiora is receiving some more passive bonus movement speed, so she can feel a little bit better about actually dueling targets and hitting her vitals. Next up is Maokai. He's getting nerfed as well. Maokai is currently in a bit of a weird situation. His E is too strong as a 1-point wonder at the moment, and has no real reason to be ranked up, which makes it feel really lackluster. So Riot are giving him a reason to max E. That also means that he won't be able to max other abilities like his good Q or his W. Sapling Toss % max HP damage now scales up with rank, and it's much weaker than it was at rank 1. This also applies to the bonus damage he gets for tossing a sapling into a bush. Cassiopeia is getting nerfed as well this patch. Right now, the level 1 E-Cheese is really strong, and it kind of subverts the whole empowered thing she has going when she E's a poison target. So Riot are pulling back on that to make it sure that she can't do that as effectively, but it's still an option. Right now, Cassiopeia's base mana was reduced, but her mana growth stat was buffed to compensate, and Twin Fang damage against poison targets was increased, so it was a little bit more incentive for Cassiopeia to start with Q and maybe go for a level 2 all-in cheese as opposed to the level 1 just spam E until they die cheese. Next up, Galio. He's getting nerfed as well, mostly because his R is really strong when you can coordinate around it particularly, and that happens really good in professional play. So that's being nerfed somewhat. R's cooldown is being increased, and the damage reduction on the ally he shields has been reduced fairly substantially, so Galio can no longer make his targeted ally completely invulnerable and has much longer windows where it's down and enemy team can make plays. Orianna is being nerfed as well in this patch. She's too strong of a generalist at the moment. She should be getting picked for her uniqueness, such as her shields, her speed boost, and of course Shockwave, but right now she's just being picked because she kind of does everything you want in a mid laner, and that's not exactly healthy. So she's being nerfed. Her W damage has been reduced, and it has some weird things going on with the queuing of abilities. So if she casts it during her Q and is close enough, she can still Q it as normal, but a maximum range QW combo will not go off as queued. You'll have to press W manually. So it's a bit of a weird change, and it should take a little bit of getting used to. It might make Orianna a little too clunky for players to play, but we'll see how it goes in the future. As well, Orianna's E base shield was reduced, so she should be a little squishier in early trades and won't be able to keep her allies quite as safe. Syndra is being nerfed as well in this patch. She has really good burst, but she also has really good sustain damage, so something has to give. She can't be good at both of those at the same time, or she's just the best mid laner. So Syndra is getting her Q AP ratio reduced, so she should be doing a lot less damage while walking around spamming Qs, but her E AP ratio was increased, so she still has the same total amount of damage, but not so much if she's just spamming Qs. Finally, we have a couple of item changes here. Ancient Coin is being nerfed. I think we all know that Coin is really good at the moment, especially because of how it interacts with sustain lanes. 15% of your missing mana is a lot of mana to get back per coin, and it essentially guarantees that sustain supports like Sona and Soraka never run out of mana and therefore never run out of heals. So that's being changed now. Coins now only give 10% missing mana in order to reduce their power and reduce the power of sustain lanes. Coins should still be a good pick. It's just not quite as good as it was before. Finally, Cinderhulk is getting nerfed as well. Cinderhulk users are clearing way too fast and then getting their upgrade way too fast, which lets them clear faster, and other junglers just can't really keep pace. So in order to compensate, Cinderhulk's cost is being increased by 75 gold. It's now up to 600 total combined gold, and it has a higher price tag to compensate. So that's about another camp or two for Cinderhulk junglers to actually get their Cinderhulk enchant completed, and that should give other junglers a chance to actually stay even. Anyways, that's going to be it for me today, guys. Very light patch today, but a lot of relevant changes to dig through. Go ahead and let me know which changes you think are the most exciting down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you really enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. I upload a video every Monday, Friday, and on patch days like today. Once again, thank you guys so very much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I will talk to you all later.